Well, I will not be too surprised. This is about the fourth or the fifth match that she's handling in the competition. And there she issues out last-minute instructions to her colleagues who will be handling the lines here today. For Rashid Idi, it is only one way forward. Like he told us this morning, there's no turning back at this stage. He believes that he's got the team to beat prison service. But prison service, we all know the pedigree of the security services when they play actively in their sports. And I look in the stands and I see a lot of their volleyballers, handballers, and basketballers who have made it from their barracks to the Medina AstroTurf to give them the support, just as they did when prisons ladies beat police ladies by a solitary goal to win the Sanford FA Cup.
Well, it's Lady Strikers that goes into this semi-final as the favorite for me. I mean, they have everything in there, quality in there, and as the head coach for prison ladies, Richard Okokun, deputizing for the head coach himself, not here, but Lady Strikers have some quality in the mix. I will talk about Edith Obona and Deborah Mposa at the back. They have been solid, and that pair is one of the best pairings we've seen in the competition. I mean, on the left side, there's Gifty Adaibuachi, very skillful, alongside Edema Tovo, where they can cut in and crossing and bring those delicious crosses on board. But up front, the likes of Gifty Emisa, and of course, the leading Max woman herself, Gladys Amphobia, in pole position. They are such a dangerous combination. In midfield, Ellen Coleman will be there, ever present Ellen Coleman. But for Prison Lady, they can also count on Abigail Tutua on any day. If you give him the control, if you give him the opportunity, the space, he will dismantle you with those brilliant passes from midfield. There's Kubra Abubakar, who also has really impressed, and of course, Helena Obey, who has gotten her name on the score sheet as well.
The stage is set for the second semi-final, and it's Lady Strikers who get us underway in this game. Lady Strikers are playing from right to left. Prisons ladies are sporting their traditional light brown colors with yellow hose to match. It's the first incursion for Prisons ladies, but it will also be the first save for Beatrice Nketia. Beatrice Nketia commands a lot of respect and authority in her area. And let's see how she'll handle with the ladies. Let's see how she'll handle the ladies in front of her. Prison service on the move forward now. Kubra, I beg your pardon. That was Lady Strikers who were moving forward steadily there. It was Gifty Boache. Gifty Boache, she had a very good game in the last encounter. And she hopes that she will continue from there. First throw-in advantage going to the prisons, I beg your pardon, to Lady Strikers. The throw-in from Atovo finds Gifty back to Edem. And it goes straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper for prisons ladies, Azume Adams. And it's good to see Azume in some action. She picked up an injury that has kept her away from the game for pretty much a while. But it's good to see her back in action now. Lady Strikers will be called upon to defend, and they will do so through Deborah Amponsa, occupying the fullback position for Lady Strikers. Rita Ochiri with a throw-in for Prisons ladies. And trust me, when the security services are around, there's going to be a lot of jama. So we are going to hear the drums, the beat of the drums, and of course we are going to hear the voices as well. Prisons ladies coming forward slowly. They have a few ladies that are committed in the 18-yard box. Janet Apana, the lady in the number 12, she likes to join the attack as and when possible, but she's also a steady clearer of the ball. Free kick, Rita Ochiri. Side netting, no worries at all.
Got a good delivery, Prince. Should be having a delicious cross on that free kick. I mean, she had a lot of members, our numbers in there. A lot of bodies were in there, so a delicious cross would have probably caused some problem for Lady Strikers.
Lady Strikers will be employing a two-lady.
There we look at that free kick again. straight to touch, not the best.
Throw-in advantage to Prisons. Cleared out not too far though. Ball comes back. Out into touch for a throw-in.
And look at the physique of Prison Ladies. Very strong in there. You look at their bodies.
Yeah, this is a team that got together just a couple of weeks prior to the commencement of this competition. Here is Emisa. Emisa will be spearheading the attack of Lady Strikers with Gladys and Phobia. Here's Gifty now. Goes round Apana. She still has the ball. She lays on the pass. This is good enough for Lady Strikers. And Phobia couldn't get there early.
Good combination between Gifty Boache and, of course, Gladys and Phobia. But as we witnessed in the last game, you always want to see Amphobia in the danger zone around the 18-yard box.
Here's Atovo. Crosses decent. Quick reflection, and Lady Strikers have found the first goal. Martha Emisa. Martha Emisa gets her name on the score sheet. Goalkeeper Azume Adams spilt it when we were all expecting that she would make a safe save. And Lady Strikers have shot themselves into the lead.
Yeah, here we see the cross again from Adam Atovo. No danger whatsoever. Goalkeeper making a howler. And it will fall onto the head of Emisa, who calmly headed home. But brilliant cross again. No danger whatsoever. Goalkeeper should be dealing with this cross. It is a howler. And a calm finish from Emisa. What a mistake.
Well, thank you very much, says Emisa. Lady Strikers are 1 goal up. Put the ball on the turf nicely, Ellen Coleman. Cleared out by Rita Ochri. Now they would come through the middle. Faulty pass that is picked up by Prisons Ladies. Here they go, come forward. Solid tackle there from the Nigerian, Edith Ogbonna.
Solid as a rock.
I won't be surprised if she picks the best defender. She's been almost always active in the back. Ball cleared out by Atovo. Finds Amphobia. Amphobia ball has been taken away from her. Gagba comes in to help. There's Edith Ogbonna now. Ellen Coleman got her foot to it. There's Gifty now. There's a goal scorer, Martha Emisa. It's picked up in the middle by Doreen Gagba, but it's taken away from her. Obviously, the turf a bit slippery due to the early showers that we had a few minutes to kick off. And so we're going to see some difficult play in terms of ball control. Corner kick advantage to Prisons Ladies. And as one of the link ladies, Tutua. The header is on target and cleared offline by Edem Matovo. Lady Strikers very lucky on that occasion. Inkum now lays on the pass, finds Martha Emisa. And Prisons would have to fall back to defend, but the cross is on. Referee's whistle had already gone.
That's better play from Prison Ladies. I mean, anytime they go on the attack, you would expect this. And this time around from the corner kick, they really were threatening. The header cleared off the line by Atovo, but goalkeeper was beaten. And this is more like it from Prisons Ladies.
At this stage of a competition, a clear mistake would give an advantage to your opposing team. And after Azume Adams spilled that, all Martha Emisa had to do was to head on.
And it seems Prisons Ladies are gradually coming into the game. We want to see more involvement of Helena Obeng together with Tutua in the middle. They can conjure some magic.
Ellen Coleman now trying to push her ladies forward. It will be a very quick response with a clearance. Rebecca Atinga goes back to help. in the heart of defense. Throw-in advantage. Throw-in effective, Catherine Arthur. Prisons Ladies now on the verge of another attack. She pushes the ball on a bit too far. Edith Ogbonna fails with the clearance, but it's good enough for Prisons Ladies as they come forward. And they pick up a corner kick.
Good defending from Atovo again. I mean, she has been everywhere in attack and in defense as well, but good play again from Prisons Ladies. And it's Helena who started the move. In the mix there, you would love to see such attacks. It makes the game open.
8 minutes gone to 2 hours with the corner kick. This time the header is not on target. It's cleared out by Gagba. Rita Ochri, she's got other ideas, but there's no follow-up on that score. So Beatrice Nketia will initiate an attack for Lady Strikers. This young lady has gone through the mill. From the maidens under 17 to the Black Princesses under 20 to the senior national team, the Black Queens. Edem Atovo.
Yeah, she has really lived up to the expectations. Brilliant runs, sub crosses as well. Very integral part of Lady Strikers in this competition.
Strikers come forward again. This time is a long ball in by Deborah Mponsa. Easy pickup for Azume.
Again, another wonderful opportunity for Lady Strikers to double their lead. But where was the defending? And Amphobia, I thought, could have done better with that header. There was no power behind that header. It was a delicious long cross from the middle of the park.
Ellen Coleman sets up a pass. The idea was good. The target was Amphobia Gladys.
Such a dangerous player.
Apana with a header, brought down nicely by Atovo. She tried to beat two ladies on the run. Joycelyn has it. Throw-in advantage, Prisons Ladies. The rivalry in the northern part of Ghana women football sees Ampem Dakwa and Prisons Ladies almost always neck to neck. Through the legs, that's good play by Amphobia. She goes towards the 18-yard box. She goes down in the process. And the referee has indicated to the spot.
Intelligent play again from Gladys Amphobia. I mean, she has the pace, she has the skill to go through forest of legs. This time around, she knew what she wanted. Going past 1-2 players and then leaving the ball behind. And of course, that tackle wasn't good enough. But of course, super play again. Look at him here. Brilliant. Done and so intelligent. Went past 1-2, brought down in that process. And she had really, really impressed me throughout this competition. Gladys Amphobia.
Penalty
look at
awarded.
The skill, Prince, and the confidence.
I'm sure the penalty will be effected by Catherine Arthur. Meanwhile, Prisons Ladies have Ruth Enima go into the referee's books for that challenge on Gladys Amphobia. So let's see what Catherine can do from the spot kick. Catherine is coming up against experienced Azume Adams. Clearly, Azume had no idea. And it's goal and number 2 for Lady Strikers with only 12 minutes gone in the first half.
Brilliant penalty. Goalkeeper rooted on the line. And that penalty expertly taken. It's Catherine Arthur with a second goal. And like I told you, it seems Lady Strikers are tearing apart Prisons Ladies here at the Medina AstroTurf.
And boy, what a final we will have on our hands as Hazakah's Ladies come up against Lady Strikers. At least from the look of things, unless Prisons Service or Prisons Ladies can come back stronger in the game, and they still have some time to do just that. Ball cleared out by Deborah. Deep into the 18-yard box. Azume deals with it, no problems. This young lady showing a lot of enterprise, showing a lot of zeal. And Lady Strikers have 2 players going down. One is up.
Yeah, one of the coaches that have really shown tactical brilliance in this competition is Rashid Idi. And I'm amazed by the way he gets the girls going, the organization, the tactical disposition. He has been really excellent with the girls.
And with all that we've witnessed here in this competition, it makes it more prudent for one to find their way to any of the venues where women football is being played actively, especially during the league. And I'm sure that you can witness a lot more fun, excitement, plus of course the professionalism they attach to it. Joycelyn sends the ball back and then is thumbed in. Prisons Ladies trying to come forward. Still in the stands, by the way, we're getting a lot of excitement from the Jama session put up by the members of the prison service who are here to support their lady team. Safe by Beatrice Nketia.
And Prison Ladies are the only team that have brought the Jama group here throughout the competition. Unfortunately, on the day, the Jama and the motivation is very high. They are down by 2 goals in the first 15 minutes.
Well, don't be surprised if the Jama lifts them up. But again, they know the prowess of the Prisons Ladies team. They've had quite a brilliant performance over the years. Last season wasn't one of the best for Prisons Ladies, but I'm sure that they're looking forward to stepping it up as and when.
We've not seen the kind of performance we saw earlier on in the group stages from Prisons Ladies. I mean, you would expect to see much more determination and much more discipline in defense and in the middle. We've not seen Abigail Tutua on the ball yet, and in fact her influence not really seen in the game.
Prisons coming forward, but obviously that was a bump and a crash there by Edith Ogbonna. She will get the yellow card.
That was a cynical tackle.
Edith goes back. Well, this is what we've been talking about over the last few minutes. And you see the kind of excitement they've brought here to the Medina AstroTurf. This is what we normally call in local parlance.
Yeah, the tackle from Ogbonna. Strong, solid. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. So like I was saying, this is what they call morale.
Morale.
Exactly. Supporting through and through. They are not too worried whether the team is trailing or winning, but they're here to do a job. Free kick is on. It's floated into the 18-yard box. Headed out nicely. Can they clear? Apana gets a header in there. A big boot for a clearance. And, well, faulty pass. They're coming forward. Unfortunately, Inkum could not hold on to that. It's picked up by Prisons in midfield. Mary Asino. And it's thread all the way back. Safe catch there from Beatrice.
Yeah, very good goalkeeper, Beatrice Nketia. We've seen through the competition. He was stunned by that strike from Renchi in the last game, but I'm sure he's ready for this game, up and doing.
Yeah. Confirmation of the yellow card. And make no mistake, Edith Ogbonna is Nigerian. Free kick, Prisons Ladies. And they have a few players committed towards the 18-yard box. Heads will go up. That's Mary's header. Dealt with nicely by Beatrice. Apana goes back to take her position. But Lady Strikers have other ideas, pushing the ball a bit too far. Like we said earlier on, the turf has become slippery due to the rainfall. And so I'm sure you can pardon the ladies for the faulty passes. Martha Misa couldn't get her shot on target. It's picked up by Gagba, but she's also beaten. Headed down nicely by Deborah. Solid tackle coming in, and I like the way Edematevo took her time. But Prisons Ladies now on the offensive. Solid tackle coming in. It will be a free kick, and that tackle was quite a tough one from Deborah Mponsa.
Yeah, Mponsa, one of the tough customers. Very good tackler, but this time around, she got it wrong.
Rebecca Atinga is down in pain.
Yeah, that was a tackle from Atovo. Very good one, stopping Helena being in her tracks. But at least it's 18 minutes, and we've seen Prisons Ladies lift up their game. The momentum gradually coming up.
Well, it's been good, it's been fun. And that was that strong tackle from Edematevo. And the yellow card has been shown to Deborah Amponsa. So they have two players on the yellow card now. There's the other one, Edith Ogbona.
And now they need to be careful at the back. Amponsa and Ogbona all on yellow cards, and they must play it safe.
Beatrice Nketia, such a tall goalkeeper. So any moment from now, we'll see the free kick. And I'm sure this will be affected by the lady who's been doing that all the time, Abigail Tutua. Opportunity for Prison Service to get back into the game. Tutua is behind the ball, but Janet Apana is also close by. And the free kick is on. Nicely connected. It had to take all the experience of Beatrice to parry that away for a corner kick.
Yeah, excellent strike from Tutua. And this is what we expect to see from her. But another brilliant save from Beatrice Nketia. See the strike here from afar. Brilliant save. And that ball nearly going through to the far corner.
And the corner kick is on. Prisons Ladies will keep the ball in play. Helena Obeng. Helena does well. She goes on the marker. Sends in the shot. And it's left for Tutua. Goalkeeper fumbles first time. This could be an opportunity. And Prisons Ladies have been ruled offside.
Well, we need to look at that again, because that strike from Gifty Tutua, and goalkeeper couldn't hold on to that strike. And there, Adobia was lacking to connect home the rebound, but we'll have to look at the positioning again of Adobia. From commentary position, thought it was a clean goal, but let's look at it again. Here the cross from Helena, and Tutua with the connection. Goalkeeper spilled it, and there, nicely done, calmly done by Adobia. Still can't find the offside. Yeah, maybe he was in an offside position before the shot was taken.
21 minutes gone. Lady Strikers still lead by 2-0. And at least Prisons Ladies have given clear indication that they are a threat. It's picked up by Gifty Boache, but she's been dispossessed now. Prisons Ladies come forward. Joycelyn. Good work by Joycelyn, finds Janet Apana. Gagba in midfield, maintains her composure. Martha Emisa sets up the pass, and this is Sarah Inkum now. Gagba comes in to help. Ball back to Sarah Inkum, lifts it up into the 18-yard box, but it's headed out. And on the offensive, Prisons Ladies, Tutua, well read by the defense. Deborah Mponsa finds captain Ellen Coleman. Coleman threads a pass through to Emisa, the scorer of the first goal. Emisa is still going. She manages to get the cross in, but straight to Azume Adams.
There's so much understanding between Martha Emisa and, of course, Gladys Amphobia. And the moment she latches onto that ball, she was just looking for the run of Amphobia, and nearly a perfect pass to Amphobia.
Long ball in by Beatrice Nketia. That's recovered nicely by Joycelyn Amwa. does well. She beats one. Can she go around the second? Foot in there by Gift. It's a throw-in advantage, Prisons Ladies. Apana, long throw. Edith Ogbona. Trust her to get it right. Clears the ball straight into touch. It's a throw-in advantage, Apana. Clearance by Atovo. But awkward header there from Gagba. Eventually it's picked up by Beatrice.
Well, there has been some amount of improvement in terms of possession, in terms of movement, and the belief from Prisons Ladies after conceding 2 goals earlier on in the game. But you look at Lady Strikers, clearly they are the favorite for this game, but they are losing the midfield battle now. I've not seen too much of Ellen Coleman in the middle. Very robust in those 2 matches we saw earlier on in the group stages, but the control is not there anymore. We want to see more desire from her. Again in the middle, alongside Ellen Coleman, we want to see much more of Doreen Gagba. Long legs of Gagba.
Exactly, going down from that tackle. Victor, quickly let me take your thoughts on the first 24-25 minutes of the first half.
I think the scoreline is a true reflection of the game we have seen so far. We've just seen that Lady Strikers are a lovely team. There are some shots anytime they are on the run up front. And of course, again, that danger lady, Gladys Amphobia, but the introduction of Gifty and Daibuache have really changed the complexity of the entire game for Lady Strikers, and is the reason why you are seeing a certain spark anytime Lady Strikers are on the offensive. But again, for Prison Ladies, I love Helena Obin. Despite her side is down by 2 goals to 0, she's still active.
Gladys Amphobia is at the receiving end. Can she control? She does very well, but she would need the support. Threads the pass, but it's nicely recovered by Apana and is cleared out of danger zone. Joyce Lane. Helena Obing now. Joyce Lane could not control. There's a battle for the ball. It goes out into touch. The advantage will stay with the Prisons Ladies. Apana with a throw. Have a few players committed up ahead. Gagba comes in to help in defense and is cleared out by Edith Ogbona. Whistle had already gone, and so the pressure will still stay on Lady Strikers. Free kick advantage for Prisons Ladies. It's 25 minutes gone, 26 now. Long ball into enemy territory. Beatrice lost it completely. There's a chance for Prisons. Lost out completely. What a miss. And she goes down on her knees knowing that she should have done much, much better. Oh my word, Prisons Ladies have made this opportunity go from Helena Obing.
Another good free kick again from Tutua. Poor goalkeeping from Beatrice Iketia. Should be dealing with that one with ease, but the ball will hit the post and then the rebound not really connected. But for the first time, Lady Strikers all over the place, not defending very well. Yeah, we see a very poor goalkeeping from Beatrice Iketia. That ball should have been at the back of the net, but Helen Obing's shot hit the post and the rebound not really connected very well. But look, for the last 4 or 5 minutes, it's been all Prison Ladies. They have really played well, keeping the momentum and the pressure.
Deborah Ponsan is back on her feet, but obviously she would need a further check on her.
And this is the second mistake British Iketia has done in the game, which nearly cost them.
Corner kick comes in. Failed attempt at the clearance first time, and Gagba decides to play safety first.
Take your chances when you make them, when you get them. Prisons Ladies, they must be clinical up front, and that ball should have been at the back of the net.
So far, so good for Lady Strikers. It's now their time to defend, and eventually they get out of trouble. Martha Emisa, Lone Ranger up front on the right-hand side of attack. Throw-in, affected by Catherine. Deborah finds Catherine, who brings it back to Deborah. Atovo will pick up the pieces on the left-hand side of attack. Gladys Amphobia runs towards that, but it will get to Azume first. She has a lot of strength and energy, Gladys Amphobia. Keeps running and running for 90 minutes. Ellen Coleman now. Ball has been taken away from her, but she does well to regather. So again, at this stage, Lady Strikers looking comfortable. A few mistakes in the back, as realized by Prof. Judah Champon. But they need to keep the game open, smooth, and of course, under a lot less pressure. Clearance by Deborah. Martha Emisa now hotly challenged by Atinga. Atinga does well. She recovers beautifully. Unfortunately, on that occasion, Joycelyn Amwa was a shade late.
Yeah, that was good defending from Atinga. With all the pressure from Emisa, she managed to deal with that pressure.
Atovo, Amphobia, and Prisons Ladies get it away. They have been probing over the last 5 minutes, Prisons Ladies. Gifty does well, goes round. Marker sets up the pass through the middle. Gagba was a shade late. Now on the offensive. It's the lady who missed the first opportunity as she goes round her marker now. Could this be good enough for Helena Obing? She's still battling there. She goes down in the process, and the advantage will go to Lady Strikers. A little bit of frustration on her part. She didn't have the support she needed, and it's clearly written on her face.
No support whatsoever. I mean, she did brilliantly well, taking the ball through about 2 defenders, and she was there waiting for the support. Nobody for her to cross that ball to. And that has been the bane of some of the problems we've seen from Prisons Ladies. They need to be active up front. They need to be clinical. And Obin has really played well in this game.
Martha Emisa once again. It will be a throw-in advantage to Prisons Ladies. So at least what is refreshing to know is that Gladys Amphobia, who's the target person, has not got a goal in the match, not just yet. But we have 2 names. Catherine has a name on the score sheet, as well as Martha Emisa, which also tells us that there's depth in the quality of attack that Lady Strikers have.
Yeah, indeed, they really have quality in the team. I mean, on the left side, I've been so much impressed with Atovo, and of course, Gifty Boache. On the right side, Inkum and Catherine are also doing wonderful work there. But in the middle, that's where the problem is. I mean, I've not seen too much of Doreen Gagba. Long legs,
yeah,
very good player, but she's having a poor afternoon. Ellen Coleman must also lift up her game. Yeah. She is a very good player, the captain, the leader of the side. And you want, more domination in there in terms of possession, in terms of passing. We've not seen that, and that is where they need to improve. But for Prisons Ladies, I can tell you for a fact they've really improved since going down by 2 goals. Gifted to Tua and Helen Obin have really, really done well.
Apana comes forward for Prisons Ladies. Straight into touch, throw-in advantage. Lady Strikers. They brought some fresh lips onto the field. Sandra now and Deborah Ano have joined their colleagues on the field of play. Meanwhile, ball is cleared out nicely by Edem. Gifty now. Gladys Amphobia. She goes into the 18-yard box trying to ghost past one. That won't happen. Stopped nicely by Gifty. Threateningly, she goes into the 18-yard box, but stopped in her tracks. Unfortunately, that header from Amphobia didn't go the intended way. Substitution time again. And not too sure whether these early injuries are due to, these early substitutions are due to injury. But Prisons have Nida Mensah on. Joycelyn Amwa couldn't turn, and so the advantage will stay with Lady Strikers. Throw in. Atovo finds Gifty. Back to Atogo. She goes past one. No. Joycelyn would have none of that. Advantage, Prisons ladies.
Prisons need to get a go back and get back into the game.
Ball travels over the line. Coleman heads away. Prisons ladies have other ideas. This is Helen. Picked up nicely by Helena once again. Once she's getting the support, it makes Helena a lot more mobile in the game. Rita Oshiri with her throw. Shot on target by Tutua. Nicely blocked by Edith Ogbona.
And quick tactical change from Coach Rashid Idi. I mean, he has realized they are losing the midfield battle. And he has taken off Gagba and brought in the lady in the 22 shirt, Sandra Na moves to the right side. And then Inkum comes in the middle. Inkum very rigid and can also possess and control the ball.
Solid clearance by Sarah Inkum. And an opportunity for Lady Strikers to go forward. Gladys Amphobia has the better of the two. A little bit of a delay in the build-up. She turns. She comes through. Oh, referee will allow that. Yes, they will stand.
Magical goal. Brilliant from Amphobia. And the way she was able to dummy, turn around and pick that wonderful pass for Gifty Boachi to clinically not home was so superb. We just look at the build-up here, Prince. Here, that pass from Na, and then look at Amphobia. Waited, turned beautifully here, and then had the vision to pick this pass. Excellently done. Okay,
so she clashed with the goalkeeper, Gifty Boache, but Gifty Boache was not in an offside position. She was not in an offside position.
Not in an offside
position.
The
only worry is that she latched onto the ball pretty quick here, but goalkeeper Azumi was already committed, and they clashed in the process.
Superb goal from Lady Strikers. Look at Amphobia, the main tormentor in chief, had not scored, but have produced two magical moments in the game. And the third goal, superbly done by her.
Game underway. Gifty will receive some attention. 3 goals to the good for Lady Strikers in this first half. There seemed to be a problem with Joycelyn Amua, and she's down in pain.
And I don't know if you realize this, Prince. The moment the third goal entered into the net, the Jama stopped.
Daring fisting out there by Beatrice Nketia. And it's surprising that the Jama stopped from the ever-present prisons service officers. They've been making a lot of noise, but it looks like the response from the field has been negative. Let's put it that way. I'm sure they would wait for things to restore itself. And foot up there from Deborah.
This is unpardonable, Prince, from the prison lady supporters here. I mean, you are here to cheer your team to victory. It's early days yet. 36, 37 minutes into the game, you are down by 3 goals. And they have gone to sleep.
I'm sure they wanted to spare a thought to find out what was really happening on the field of play. But they shouldn't give up. I can see them reorganizing themselves. I'm sure we'll hear from them pretty much soon. But it's Rita Oshiri behind the ball for the free kick. Azumi Adams. Free kick is on. No worries at all for the defense of Lady Strikers. Again, Rita Oshiri behind that.
Yeah, we see the free kick again. Not on target. Goalkeeper seems to have it all covered up.
Oh, clouds seem to have cleared fairly. And so we continue with the game. It's 38 minutes gone in the first half. Thanks for joining us. If you just have, it's Lady Strikers leading Prisons Ladies by 3-0. This is Helena Obeng. A late foul there committed by Sarah Inkum. And it's going to be a free kick to Prisons. At the receiving end of that was Nida Mensah.
But Prisons themselves have not really done very well. But it is the back line that's really leaking. The way Amana and Phobia took on the defenders, turned them into shreds, and then had to quickly pass that ball with precision amazes me.
Free kick is on, and the opportunity is gone. So game will continue in earnest, and of course they're still pushing ladies forward, talking about the Prisons ladies. Tutua has been ever present in most of the build-ups, and of course he's also taken most of the set pieces.
Poor kick from Atenga. Way off target. Where is the organization at the back, Prince?
Yeah.
You'd expect them to be well organized. Very strong at the back. It's a semi-final. But there, so many loopholes in the middle at the back, and it's not really working well for Prisons.
Well, in the first semi-final, we saw 3 goals against Ampim Dakwan Ladies, and that was at the end of 90 minutes. Second semi-final, we have 3 goals, and it's only 5 minutes to half-time.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more goals. I've not still seen Amphobia on target yet, and she will always want to be on target.
Free kick advantage this time, it goes to Prisons Ladies. Atinga floats one in. Rebecca Atinga. Cleared out by Atovo. It doesn't go too far. Lovely ball in by Nida. There's no challenge there. And so it's an easy pick for Beatrice Nketia. Throw-in advantage, Lady Strikers. But one of the Prisons Ladies players is down in pain. I think it's Rebecca Atinga.
Yeah. It's all about the defending, Prince. At this level, at this stage, you need a solid back line. You need players who can read between the lines and should be very dominant at the back as well. The header there, not the best of headers.
Well, not the best of headers. It didn't have the direction that it also needed. But immediately she made contact with the ball, she went down in pain. Victor, we have 5 minutes to the end of the first half, and obviously it's a very tall order for Prisons Ladies to come back into the game. But from what you've seen so far, could there be a change in fortune?
Well, I think that there could still be a change in fortune for Prison Ladies. Of course, the performance they have put out here is not that bad. From the previous games we've seen, they were a bit wasteful, but in this game, they look a bit composed. But the issue is who supports Helena Obeng up front. That is the question that I've been lacking. They move into the last third of the field. But again, where it matters most, the distribution to the lady into the penalty area, that is what is not forthcoming. And Coach Akwoko need to do something about it. Get the ball to the maximum, and then something can happen.
Here's Ellen Coleman. She's coming forward, trying to play the 1-2 with Martha Emisa. That didn't work. It's cleared out by Apana. As Prisons Ladies have an opportunity now. Wild mistake. Covered up nicely by Edith Ogbonna. And now on the left-hand side of attack, it's Gladys Amphobia who picks it up again. Ooh. She really was in a haste to send in the cross without lifting her head.
Yeah, and I spoke about the combination and understanding between Amphobia and, of course, Emisa. In the moment she had the advantage, just look at her. Well determined, well focused. The moment she got the opportunity, she wanted to lay that pass straight to Emisa, who was in good position to have finished clinically. So that is what is working for Lady Strikers today.
Nice clearance out into touch, and that was nicely done. Lady Strikers are taking no prisoners at this stage. Deborah Ano cleared out nicely. Prisons come forward once again. An unfortunate slip, and it's picked up by Inkum. Inkum sets up Gladys Amphobia Whistle had already gone.
Eager to score, isn't it?
Yeah. She's so much fun watching. Almost always trying to take every advantage that she can get. Gladys Amphobia. Atovo comes in with a tackle. Atovo goes down. And Azume to the rescue. But referee would bring the game to a temporary halt. Edem Atovo is down in pain. But here's the opportunity. And I'm sure that she could have picked the right spot to score. Gladys Amphobia.
And look at her with that bright smile.
Yeah. Those eyes are almost always bulging out, and it tells you that she's ready and hungry for success.
Yeah, but what good work Coach Rashididi has done on her. Yeah. I mean, the transformation is clear. And this young lady has been very disciplined. Yeah. You love the attitude and the mentality anytime she gets the opportunity to lead the attack.
Her dexterity makes her a standout player. And with that sublime skill of combining her speed with the power, she can almost take on any defense on any other day. And I understand she's also industrious off the field as well.
Wow.
So this gives us a clear idea of why she's got that passion to do what she's doing, and that is playing association football.
And again, Prince, per what we've seen from her, being a lethal, very clinical finisher, that she go back to the Black Queens and play in defense?
Well, that would be that's a very good question, but I think we would leave that question to be answered by the technical handlers of the national team when we get there. It is 45 minutes, and we'll confirm how many minutes of time added on we do have, if any. But Prison's ladies are not giving up, not just yet. Neither. Connection there, but safe catch. That effort was from Joycelyn.
Yeah, no power, no direction. And that wasn't going to beat goalkeeper Beatrice Nketia. These are some of the pockets of chances you create, and you must make it count.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no problem here, but the header here was where the opportunity came. Helena Obeng with that ball in the middle, and there Joycelyn should have finished with a plumb.
2 minutes of time added on. We have done 45 minutes in this first half. First half has been very entertaining. Martha Emisa with a turn, confirmation of the time added on. But they're still coming forward, Lady Strikers. Coleman finds Catherine. Straight to goalkeeper Azume.
And Azume, not really tested, but anytime Lady Strikers go on the attack, she's found wanting. I'm not like the body posture and the demeanor in post.
Yeah. Well, without a doubt, and I'll not want to hold brief for Prison's ladies, but this team was put together hurriedly for this competition. And you know, for the security services, you need to be released, as it were, so you can go into your chosen sporting field of endeavor. This didn't come too early, and so it was a hush-hush preparation for Prison's ladies to come into this competition. But we saw what Bibiani Gold Stars did in that Division 1 League competition, and look at how they are performing now. So this clearly gives Prison's ladies an opportunity to go back to the drawing board, get it right, and we should see a much more improved performance from Prison's ladies. Rita Ochery into the 18-yard box. It won't go too far as Lady Strikers clear up, but a big boot there. Ooh, that was off target, but it was good enough. Bansa Home, the center referee. Well, she's taking a look at her watch, because I was just about to remind her that 2 minutes is just around the corner.
Yeah, good exercise for Prison's ladies. Even if they lose here, they will go home with chest high and build up from where they left off.
Yeah,
and they are playing this competition without the head coach as well.
Without a doubt. Long kick in. Battle for supremacy in midfield is won by Prison's ladies as they push forward. Clearance by Edith Ogbonna. Nida now. Strong challenge from Edem Atovo. Ninkum pushes one forward, but it's stopped. Referee's whistle goes, and it's half-time.
Well, what a performance from Lady Strikers. They have been really dominant. Superb play from them. And it's been another show from Gladys Amphobia. I mean, she's not on the score sheet yet, but she has created 2 brilliant moments and all resulted in goals for Lady Strikers. And I'm sure Richard Okwoku knows it is a Herculean task for Prison Ladies to get back into the game. I don't see them get back, and I feel it's curtains for Prisons.
At the end of the first half, the players would thank their stars for putting up such a performance. This is the second semi-final of the QIC Women's Premier League Super Cup. And as the players and the officials go off for that break, we obviously will be touching base with some highlights to come your way. For those of you who've just joined us, you've missed 3 goals scored by a team that kicked off in white. And there we'll tell you a lot more. This is Gladys Amphobia. She couldn't get to the ball first time of asking. Of course, Prisons had to rely on a lot of speed and grit to prevent that. But that was the first goal from Martha Emisa. The cross came in from the left foot of Edem Atovo. And as goalkeeper Azume went out, she spilt it completely. And quick as a flash, it was Martha Emisa who got the first goal on target. Gladys Amphobia has been probing. She's been coming forward as and when she can. And that was a late tackle from Ruth Enima. And Catherine was dead on target with the second goal for Lady Strikers. For Prisons, they also came close. They actually had a goal scored, but that was ruled offside after the effort of Cynthia Adobia. They didn't count to anything. But they had more opportunities hitting the goalpost and then clearing the ball on the line. That was some good defending from Deborah Amponsa. Gladys Amphobia had more opportunities. She's almost always creating the chances. And on this occasion, it was latched on nicely by Gifty Boache. Third goal for a Lady Strikers in the first half. And again, that's the dexterity of the young player we're talking about. She decides to go one way, checks in, turns round, finds a player in a very good position. Azumi Adams came crashing out, but it was too late. That's the third goal for a Lady Strikers. And for Gladys Amphobia, she had wanted to get a goal on her own, but this time she missed out clearly. Prison Service also had opportunities coming forward. Helena has been very good this first 45 minutes. Joycelyn has also been helping, but on that occasion, it was a brave save by Beatrice Nketia. So it's halftime here in this QIC Women's Premier Super Cup. Lady Strikers are leading by 3-0 as we go into the halftime break. When we come back, there's more to share with you. Please do stay tuned.
From 1st November to 31st December, TCL is giving away up to 30% discounts on all the appliances.
May switch from this TV to TCL Killer TV.
May switch from this washing to this TCL washing machine. May switch from this heat to this TCL AC Papa.
Going away. May switch from this old fridge to this brand new TCL fridge. May switch from this bomb phone to this TCL phone.
T-Switches is here to enjoy lots of giveaways and exciting deals in the TCL Feast of Christmas promo. Up to 30% discounts on all TCL appliances from the 1st of November to the 31st of December. Store.tclghana.com is the only online sales outlet for TCL Ghana. TCL, the creative life.
And better with the all-new Phantom X, the latest device from Techno Mobile. The sleeky Phantom X comes with Super AMOLED screen of 6.7 inches as well as a 3D borderless screen which gives you a captivating full view experience. Capture all your memories with an ultra night mode 15 megapixels rear camera and get your clearest selfies from the dual 48 megapixels front camera. Amazing, right? It doesn't end there. Enjoy a fast charge that gives you up to 70% power in 30 minutes and a large storage capacity of 256 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes ROM. It gets more exciting. Every purchase of the Phantom X comes with free Techno Smart Watch Band and Techno Earbud. Visit www.technoghana.com to order online or visit any mobile zone, Max Buy or electronic app shop nationwide to buy yours now. You can also order through MaxPay. Dial *1010#. Techno Phantom X. Be bold, be extraordinary.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, ticky whiter, ticky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calkit. Happy smile.
Betting is our sport.
Yes.
Betborough.com.gh.
Everybody knows Acrobato. And if you know Acrobato, it means you know M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic. As an international journalist and actor, my health is my priority. M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic is my pillar in terms of my health. Let's hear what others are saying about M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic. Sister, please, let him talk to you. Who will be careful M-Punch one?
Chesena me ankasa me period no say problem is wom ntina ma wo ho idea ma me papa chesena nya asem ketewa na me coin point no mo hwe me modem no mo hwe bibia na so mo meduro me fire no ene ma won kra me enu kofro kwa na me coin mu a eba tele je dia ba fie pa.
You heard everything yourself.
Me ma me no adwojo eda ho a wontumi nante and then ko end point o mama nura and then ho idea watimi asori anante.
That's end point for you. Of Acrobato. Hello. Hey, Oshisho what che? Okay. A free bra would the end point what dance. I'm a choir no. Me Johnson say my name Koye and person my name and then me Gina Sabema. Now me be here for the one in Jaresa. You heard everything. I have secret. End point is my secret. End point homeopathic clinic. I'm free.
Are you ready to take your chance?
Ghana, get ready to win big with only one Ghana Cedis. Lucky Win is the biggest online casino in Ghana with lots of options for you to win big. Bosu Wankasa. With only one Ghana Cedi, you stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 1 million Ghana Cedis paid instantly into your mobile money wallet. In addition, you win for yourself smartphones, curved TVs, laptops, TCL air conditioners, and many more. So register for free today with a valid mobile phone number on www.luckywin.com.gh or download the Lucky Win app at Google Play to begin now.
No, it's lucky, Lucky Win. It's Lucky Win. Oh, it's Lucky Win.
Get on the ball with BetFox. Experience Ghana's biggest Aka bonus, paying 1,000% and more, starting from just 2 selections. Boost your winnings and receive any withdrawals instantly on your Momo wallet. Register now at www.betfox.com.gh. Betfox, we boost them. Official betting sponsors for the EPL broadcast on MaxTV.
Official Power, Max by Ashrafonina, my favorite selling shops in ye, yet in Yama Airfare, na aya papa, nani board daffam, na essansuya sonko, jason kwane bremo.
Christmas is here again. Watch your favorite TV shows and get to shop at the same time. Stay tuned as we introduce and give you a detailed information about today's products.
My name is Abaina Jifa, and I'm your personal shopping host for today.
And my name is Anaya Obama there. Allow cash out, let's go shopping.
To our customers that didn't get our glass blender and grinder because we sold out, don't worry, we got you covered. Today on Teleshop, we bring you our all-new IMAX blender and juicer.
Do you know this blender, even though plastic is unbreakable? Watch till the end to know more about this amazing blender and juicer.
Fresh out of the box, always check for authentication so when you buy. IMAX has put it in place to guard against fakes. You know when there is a good brand out there, there will always be people trying their best to create fakes around it. Now you scan to visit the IMAX website, then scratch and enter the code to check for product authenticity.
Out of the box, the package comes with a plastic jar and lid with its motto, a mini mailer and an instruction manual which you must always read before use. The features are an unbreakable tapered plastic cylinder with a 1.5 liter capacity with 600 watts rated power, a firm lid lock with a 2-speed plus pulse function.
The large 1.5 liter high capacity jar makes one blend enough to satisfy the whole family this X-Max.
Our IMAX blender and juicer has a 4-point stainless steel blade powered by 600 watts motor, allowing it to cut through fruits and vegetables with ease, blending them into juice and shakes in seconds.
This is your #1 best choice for juice making, milkshakes, fruit and vegetable extraction, bonya bay, fuebusabo efie, na juice keke. Now we'll be taking the features one after the other. The firm lid lock feature secure your food while blending to avoid spilling. The lid also serves as an airtight seal on the jar.
Keep control over your blending and juicing creations with the 2-speed dial function. With the pause function, it gives you the option to use full blade speed to blend hard, chunky ingredients quicker.
This IMAX blender and juicer has least space between jar and blades, which help prevent food from getting stuck to the bottom or the sides. And it's also great at pulverizing even the tiniest seeds.
Bro, can say okay in your say, o de nyama dia en ka blender na say afin so dia o de nyama ba nketwa e ma nye fe coffee.
The last and ultimate feature is that the IMAX plastic cylinder blender is unbreakable. Worry less if your blender falls by accident. Guess what? You will pick it up in the same shape.
Add an upgrade to your kitchen. You can easily disassemble the parts and clean each part thoroughly in soapy water.
And then our chefs, bartenders, any maminum nina use. They all use blenders.
A blender is the appliance you can't live without. Take your blending experience to the next level. It's on sale now. Grab your IMAX blender and juicer at a cool 139 Ghana cedi only.
Okay customers, so let's try our IMAX blender and juicer. We'll be making a melon and pineapple juice. So for first use, wash the blender with water on plug.
Mahima, juicy make a cake.
Cheers.
As for Monkai said, there's a 2-year warranty and good after-sales service.
Designed by IMAX Electronics to make life refreshing. This price is exclusive to Max by Teleshopping. Call now on 030-2750-308 or visit our website at www.maxbuy.com.gh to order now. You can also get the MaxBuy app from the Play Store or App Store to place your order now.
Remember, the IMAX blender and juicer is at a cool 139 Ghana cedi only, exclusive at MaxBuy Teleshopping.
Place the order now wherever you are in Ghana. We offer the fastest delivery and we deliver within 24 to 72 hours. And yes, there is free delivery nationwide, but terms and conditions apply.
And don't forget to follow MaxBuy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Shop MaxBuy.
Thank you for watching MaxBuy Teleshopping. Rush and get yours now. See you next time.
Get on the ball with BetFox. Experience Ghana's biggest ACA bonus, paying 1,000% and more, starting from just 2 selections. Boost your winnings and receive any withdrawals instantly on your Momo wallet. Register now at www.betfox.com.gh. BetFox, we boost them. Official betting sponsors for the EPL broadcast on MaxTV.
Welcome back to the Medina AstroTurf and Medina Zongo Accra as the second half of the second semi-final match between Prisons Ladies and they're taking on their opponents, Ladystrikers. Prisons Ladies get us underway, playing from right to left, and Ladystrikers are sporting the white jerseys. It's the first incursion for Prisons Ladies, but that storm has been weathered now. This is Sarah Inkum. Sarah Inkum sets up a long pass to the near side. This looks good for Ladystrikers as they come forward. Sandra now with a cross, and is dealt with by Azume Adams. Good start for Ladystrikers, testing the readiness of their opponents with that first tackle, and Catherine has been penalized for that challenge. Catherine Arthur, by the way, got the second goal from the penalty spot for Ladystrikers. Free kick advantage to the Service Ladies, and this free kick will be effected by their captain Rita Ochre. Ball floated into the 18-yard box. The header is on, and it will be a corner kick. First corner kick of the second half going to Prisons Ladies. The cross on is good, and Beatrice actually struggled to deal with that. Beatrice Nketia, the goalkeeper for Ladystrikers.
Yeah, she struggled a little bit in the last game. She's still struggling here. I've not loved the movement.
Corner kick to be effected by Abigail Tutua. Clear header on target, but missed completely. That was Cynthia Dubia.
And goalkeeper should be coming for that ball. She stood on her line again, not good goalkeeping, but that ball, it was a free header to Adubia, and Adubia should be heading that ball straight at goal. Look at the goalkeeper, hesitated. Yep. And it was not Adubia. Wonderful corner kick. It was Nida Mensah with a header.
Game will continue in earnest. This Prisons Ladies. And I love the way they're putting pressure on their opponents in this early half of the second half. Ball to the near side now. This is good enough. This is Na. Na leaves that for Gladys Amphobia. Strong tackle comes in there, and it's a corner kick.
That was a crunching tackle. But she won the ball. First we saw Sandra Na in full flight, but it was Gladys Amphobia with that pace. Got onto the ball, but just look out here for the tackle. Brilliant tackle.
Yeah. Corner kick advantage to Ladystrikers. Gifty is there, so is Catherine. Gifty to Catherine. Back to Gifty. Threads a shot through. Over the line it comes. That is a throw in to Ladystrikers. Cleared out nicely. That was a strong foot there. And Coleman was trying to shrug off that tackle. And in the effort to avoid it, she bumped into Ruth. She bumped into a Helena Obeng.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. There. Just running away from the tackle and rather bump into her, Helena Obeng.
Yeah.
But from clear indication, the two teams are ready to go at each other again in the second half.
Yep.
So we are poised to see more goals then.
Well, it will be nice and interesting if we have more goals in this game. Don't forget, it's Lady Strikers who are leading Prisons Ladies by 3 goals to 0. All goals scored in the first half. And again, that was the challenge. Game will continue, and the big shot. It goes way off target, and that effort from Prisons Ladies sums up the way they're desperate to get back into the game. Kubra Abubakari had her shots blown wide. Game will continue in earnest. It's a battle for supremacy on the far side. Joycelyn in the thick of affairs. It's a free kick advantage to Prisons. All Joycelyn needs is a lot more support from her colleagues, and I'm sure that they will be making a vital impact in the 18-yard box of their opponents. This is Janet Apana. Ball brought down nicely by Adobia. She turns but can't go forward. Ball struck her hand. Referee was right there, and it's a free kick advantage to Lady Strikers.
Well, for Prisons, they need calm heads. They need to be cool up front. They need to know what to do when they get into the 18-yard box, pick the right decisions. And they need a goal at least to revitalize them and give them that energy.
Throw-in effected by Atovo. Lady Strikers would want to come forward from all angles, but it's the Prisons Ladies who give the ball away. Catherine finds Gifty. Apana picks up. Attempt at the clearance was botched, and it's Lady Strikers as they come forward. Gladys and Phobia this time. She won't get to the ball. Cleared out nicely by Catherine Arthur. Throw-in advantage. 51 minutes gone in the second half. Lady Strikers lead comfortably by 3. Inkum hesitates with the clearance, inviting problems and troubles. She gives the ball to Prison Service. Good turn by Tutua. She will still have the advantage. It's a throw-in. It's taken over by Rita Ochre now. She would love to go down the byline, but will not be given an opportunity to do that. Ball goes out into touch. It's a throw-in quickly effected. Or just about to be effected. Nida Mensah finds Rita Ochre. Failed attempt at the cross. This is Sarah Inkum now. She's got options on the left and she takes it. This is Gladys and Phobia into the 18-yard box. Shot across the face of goal. Can they defend? Pressure is still on. Gladys. Incessant pressure from Lady Strikers. I think the ball did go out of play. That was a lovely ruse of an attempt.
And that was a brilliant save from Azumi Adams. But it's the predator, the goal poacher, asking all the questions. And this clearly shows they want more.
They're looking for probably a 4th goal. Catherine bundled off the ball. She won't get anything. It's a goal kick.
There's Catherine Arthur trying to go past Tutua. And Tutua with a strong challenge.
Azumi Adams with the goal kick. picks Tutua. Ball has been taken away from Adobia. Referee said that was an unfair challenge from Sarah Inkum. Deborah Ano joined her colleagues on the field of play. She started in the very first game that Lady Strikers played, and she played quite well. Yes, Rita with the free kick. And Prisons ladies coming forward. It's going to be a free kick. And it's going to be a yellow card on the lady we spoke about just a couple of seconds ago for that foul. And it's a late challenge on Helena Obeng.
Yeah, very good player. Helena Obeng has been everywhere on the field. Good on the ball. I love her movement as well. And look at that tackle from Deborah. No, not the best. I mean, a late challenge as well.
Yellow card for Deborah Ano.
Very focused after that incident.
She needs to keep her focus. Keeping her focus. Still warming up. Still keeping herself busy. Yellow card situation for this young lady.
Very pretty as well.
And
Stepping in for...
This means that Helena would probably be taken off. Yes.
I mean, that change, Deborah Ano for Deborah Amponsa. Amponsa took over after the first game, and she has been ever present in the starting 11.
Free kick advantage to Prisons ladies. And again, it's the lady who's been taking all the set pieces behind the ball, Abigail Tutua. It could be a direct hit on target. Let's see. Free kick, Prisons ladies. Floats one in, dealt with nicely by Beatrice Nketia. Corner kick advantage to the ladies from the service.
Yeah, it was on target, but there was no power behind the ball.
Ball has been taken away from Tutua through her legs, and away come Lady Strikers. Ellen Coleman, long pass. Martha can't get to the ball, easily dispossessed by the ladies from Prisons.
Yeah, well defended that time from Atinga.
Ball crossing the line, giving the advantage to Lady Strikers.
That was that free kick from Tutua, well saved there by Beatrice Nketia. Yeah, I love the strength in that parry from the Lady Striker goalkeeper.
Catherine Clares, I'll try to set players going forward. Archery with the throw. Cleared to the far side. Edem Atovo. She scores full marks. Calm and composed. Gets the ball out of a danger zone. Ball hits Apana on its way out. And so the advantage will stay with Lady Strikers. Okay, so Jude, you notice that the singing has started from the supporters of the Prisons ladies team. I must, however, admit that the morale is quite low. Player goes down. Free kick to Lady Strikers.
And it's Gifty Ada again at it. The trickery, the swiftness. And anytime she's on the ball, she wants to make something happen. And I love that kind of play from her. I mean, very direct. Always want to get onto the ball. Look at it. The dummy, the trickery, everything brilliantly done.
Free kick to Lady Strikers. And Ellen Coleman telling her colleagues to come up. Free kick effected. Unfortunately, The eventual connection from Inkum. She blasted it wide.
I mean, I'm sure they've taken their foot off the pedal, at least for now, Lady Strikers. I mean, this should be on target. A wild miss from Inkum. And the tempo has gone down a little bit. It's Kubra making way for Comfort Amankwa. Another tactical change.
Sure. They need to get something working for them now, Prisons ladies. Let's pick up in midfield by Inkum. Inkum goes past one. She lays on the pass. That's good enough. Amphobia would receive it. Unfortunately, that late touch really let her down. It's a bit too strong for her to control.
Yeah, over elaboration. Too clever for my liking that time from the poacher. But that pass from Inkum. Wonderfully done. But here, should be releasing that cross immediately.
Eden Matovo coming forward. She joins the attack. Amphobia against the goal post. It's still dangling in there, and they're coming forward. This is Sandra now. She lays on the pass to Inkum. Inkum's cross was blocked by Atinga and then cleared out nicely by Comfort Amankwa.
I mean, another quality moment, and it was the poacher, the lady of the moment, Gladys Amphobia again, without brilliant strike. And Prison saved again by the post. And I'm sure she'll be asking herself, what should I do to get on the score sheet? Yeah. Here we see, look at the 10. Super strike, goalkeeper beaten, saved by the post.
Azume was beaten to that. She was only saved by the goalpost. This is Rita Autry. It's a long one into the 18-yard box. Headed out. Joyce Lynn will prefer the throw-in. Headed on by Nida. All comes off Atovo. It's going to be a corner kick. Yes, referee got it right. Assistant referee didn't see that. Joyce Lynn Amwa with the corner kick. It's 61 minutes gone. We're into the last half hour. Tutua. Still Tutua. She manages to get a shot on target, but too feeble. Picked up nicely by Beatrice Inketia.
Again, she get the shot on target, but I mean, when you have players lurking all around, it should rather be a cross, aiming at one of the players, rather than a shot on goal.
Yeah.
At that time, that was a very feeble one. Couldn't trouble goalkeeper Beatrice Inketia.
Well, we have a few dignitaries present with us here in the stadium, but there are also a few technical brains watching the performance of these ladies. And one is one of the assistant coaches for the Black Queens, Nana Andy Sinerson, watching this game closely. So, Victor, the way prison service have started the second half, do you see any light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, as it stands now, there's definitely no lights at the tunnel for prison ladies. It's the same old story from the first half that is being continued here. We are not seeing them later up front, and it's very worrying that Helena Obe is left alone all up front to fight it for herself. They need to come to the game. But, well, they are doing well defensively. But, again, the midfield battle have been taken over by Lady Strikers, which is really affecting them.
Well, Prof. Judah Champon believes that we might have a couple more goals before the referee blows a whistle for the end of 90 minutes. Lady Strikers will come forward, initiating attack from the back. Edith Ogbona. Martha couldn't get to the ball. It's picked up by Cynthia Adobia. Adobia tries to keep it in play. It still stays in play. Comes to Apana now. Apana gives the ball away. Ellen Coleman. Coleman finds Gladys Amphobia, but it looks like Prisons have put two ladies on Gladys Amphobia. Difficult for her to move out. This is Tutua now. Straight at the goalkeeper. That would be a safe catch.
Again, that should be a pull-out. That should be a cutback straight to Helena Obeng, who was in a very good position. But the cross, not the best again. Here, look at the combination. The build-up, lovely. But here, the cutback wasn't there and straight into the arms of goalkeeper Patricia Ketia.
Yeah. Well, that was a good enough save for her. We've seen her in a jittery state in a couple of matches they've played, and even earlier on in the game. But here's an opportunity for Prisons to drive the force forward. Cynthia Adobia behind the ball. Cleared out by Debbie. Sandra Na. And Gladys Amphobia would allow the ball to roll over the line. Advantage is with Lady Strikers. Throw in quickly affected. Ellen Coleman. Ellen has been all over the field. Solid clearance from Matinga. Sandra finds Misa. Sandra now. She obviously will not be allowed to cross, and that was some good defending from that young lady, Comfort Amankwa.
I mean, players were in there waiting for that cross, but caught between two minds. Sandra Na didn't know what to do, whether to control or to cross that ball. Ended up just making that mistake.
Strikers will come forward. This is Atovo. She's been stopped in her tracks. Fighting for the ball on the far side is Joycelyn Amoa. Throwing advantage to Lady Strikers. Cynthia Adobia. Lovely chance. Cleared nicely. And I love the way she did that comfortably. Without any stress or hustle. She gets the ball out of danger zone. And she's been playing quite well for the Prisons ladies in terms of defense. Talking about Rebecca Atinga.
Yeah. She has been really solid at the back for Prisons in the second half.
Rita Ochri against Inkum. Ball doesn't go too far. Referee says the advantage should go to Prisons ladies. So during the halftime, I checked with the singing Jama group of the prison service, and I understand that these are all sportsmen and women who dabble in other sporting disciplines. So again, a few handballers are here, basketballers are here, volleyballers are here as well. Good recovery by Inkum. Ellen gets the ball back to her. She lays on the pass, but a faulty pass. She had the better of the turf. This is Nida now for Prisons. Trying to operate this time from the far right. Ruth Anima can't get to the ball and can't do nothing with it. But again, I doff my hats off for this young lady, Edith Ogbonna.
Stewart at the back. I mean, this is why Lady Strikers are going to the final. When you have a player who is rock solid at the back, he combines with any player at all, reads the game better. That's Ogbonna for you.
Yeah. Game continues in earnest here. Lady Strikers leading Prisons ladies by 3-0. It's 67 minutes gone in the match. Tackle from behind. Ellen Coleman goes down. That was a strong tackle from Nida Mensah. And there will be a yellow card for Nida. Ellen seems to be okay.
And I've been impressed with the work ethics of Nida Mensah.
Yeah.
She's been hovering all around. I mean, pressing very high, trying to get control of the ball. And that's how come Prisons have really come into the game in the second half.
Yeah. So the two ladies shake hands and the game is good to continue. Ogbonna will take the free kick. Pushing forward now, Lady Strikers. And Adams will pick the ball up. Strong tussle for the ball. It's taken away. Rita Ochre. Lovely skill from Sarah, but it won't go too far. Throw in. Affected by Helen. Good work in defense by Catherine. Helen Coleman, ball has been taken away from him. This is Tutua. And, they give the ball away easily, Prisons Ladies, especially where it matters most. This is Emisa. Ogbona to the far side. That's some good thinking by her. Can Gifty keep it in play? She does. A strong tackle comes in from Prisons Ladies. Throw in. The referee says it will go the way of Lady Strikers.
And it's getting increasingly frustrating for Prisons. There's no rhythm at all in their play. The approach is not the best. You need to get that intensity.
Ball was straight through. The target was Gladys Amphobia. It's not cleared, but unfortunately a wild miss there. Oh, that was so unfortunate from Sandra Inkum now. And referee blowing her whistle, giving the advantage to Lady Strikers. But that late tackle on Sarah Inkum.
And Nina should be careful. I mean, she just went into the referee's books a while ago and with another strong tackle.
Edematova with a free kick for Lady Strikers. Floats it into the 18-yard box. Headed out, but doesn't go too far. Shot on target. Lovely save from Azume. Our flag was already up, but that's a timely and a superb save from Azume Adams.
Yeah. Called into action. What a reflex save it was. In between a lot of bodies. She went down very well and parried that ball out of danger. Good goalkeeping.
Chance coming the way for Prisons Ladies. Cleverly taken a shot from Helena Obeng. Yes, Azume Adams.
Atova with a free kick into the 18-yard, but here Inkum will hit one there. Look, I mean, look at how she went down very quickly and made that save. Brilliant. Atova with that cross. Not well dealt with, but it will fall to Inkum, who will struck that one sweetly, but look at the reflex save from goalkeeper Azume Adams.
Game will continue in earnest. We're into the last 20 minutes. And it is looking increasingly clear, Victor, that Lady Strikers have a date and the final against Hazakas Ladies.
Yes, that'll be an interesting game to look up to in the finals. I mean, two teams from the southern zone. They know themselves quite well. They know the pedigree of the players involved. And certainly, it is a game that the whole Ghana, especially lovers of women football, will be looking forward to.
Oh, that will be a mouth-watering encounter, Jude, taking the Queens of Africa's performance against a very youthful and exuberant Lady Striker side.
And anytime they meet, so many things happen. And Lady Strikers has always been the banana peel in between for Hazakas Ladies. So it will be an interesting game. I'm sure Lady Strikers will be up for revenge. They will be boiled up and well pumped up for that final game. But hey, you can't take anything away from Hazakas Ladies. They have the quality to beat any team at this level.
Sarah Inkum down in pain. Temporary hold up now. Lady Strikers. No inch given, no inch taking, that's for sure. But Lady Strikers have not put a foot wrong in this game. As Sarah trying to go around. As a late tackle from Nida Mensah. Sarah Inkum is off. It's a hard-working Rita Ochre. And she will come off to receive some attention. She has played quite well for Lady Strikers today.
Yeah, very good player. I mean, I love the interpositions that she goes through. Started as a right back, then a wing back, now in the heart of midfield. This is how good she is. Can play anywhere the coach tells her to play, and that's good for me.
Gifty sets up the pass, but unfortunately, Atovo could not get there early to place a very good pass. Apana. Played out nicely, but there are no white shirts running after that. Careful clearance from Matinga. The advantage will still stay with Lady Strikers. There's some young talent with the present ladies team. Looking forward to see how they perform in the league this season. Throw in quickly effected. Amphobia, everywhere she goes, there are two players up on her sleeve.
And on a day she promises to score, she has not been on the score sheet. She has produced two magical moments for 2 goals to happen. But she's still hovering it out there, fighting it out there. Yep. She still wants to be on the score sheet.
Exactly. She's hit the goalpost already, so she's given clear indication that when given the opportunity, she will do justice to a goal-scoring opportunity. Cleared out by Cynthia, doesn't go too far. Ellen Coleman, fresh limbs will be coming on the field, that's for sure. Inkum's pass didn't go too far, dealt with by Rita Ochre, but Catherine comes forward. This is Inkum. Inkum lays on the pass. Ellen Coleman threads one through. Gladys Amphobia could not get there early.
That was an intelligent pass from Ellen Coleman. Spotted the run of Amphobia. Unfortunately, the pass went straight and very close to the goalkeeper. But that was a brilliant move.
And Deborah does well to shepherd the ball out and to touch for a throw-in. Mansa Home, our center referee. It's been a very good performance.
Of course, spotted on with many of her calls. One of the best young referees in the system when it comes to women football.
Throw-in effected by Catherine. It's a tussle for the ball in the middle. Gifty reigns supreme. This is Inkum. Inkum lays the pass, but it's well read by Prison's ladies. They pick up the pieces through Nida Mensah. And on the far side, it will be Joyce Lenamois. Throw-in advantage. Edematovo was a stumbling block. So more fresh limbs will be coming onto the field.
And already I can't wait for the battle between Veronica Apia of Azak's ladies and Edith Ogbona.
That will be a strong, tough challenge. So Sarah Inkum comes off. I think that late tackle on her has taken a toll. Rita Odro will continue the job for her. Sarah Inkum, she's played well.
I call her lady of many colors.
Well, I agree with that. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere. So Rita is on. And his goalkeeper, Beatrice Nketia. Picked up by Nida, but Nida takes her eye off the ball. This is Gladys Amphobia. Saved by the goalkeeper, Sarah. It's done and dusted.
Yeah, done and dusted.
Sandra puts the ice on the cake.
But, I mean, everything away. Sandra, but Gladys Amphobia should be putting that ball at the back of the net. She had all the time to pick her spot. Here we saw, look at Gladys already in that position, and should be putting the ball beyond the reach of goalkeeper Azumi.
Yeah.
But good finish again, clinical finish on the rebound from Sandra now.
And Azumi went down and they didn't want to come up. Sandra Na gets the 4th goal for Lady Strikers.
But take away anything and nothing from the goalkeeper. I feel that was a good save from Azumi Adams. She went down very well.
She went down very well. We've seen some point-blank saves from her, and seem to have worked to perfection. She's getting treated for that injured knee, and I just hope that she can recover and continue the game. But that's the face of dejection, clearly.
And Emisa, look at the link-up again between her and Amphobia. But here, Amphobia should be pulling the trigger. I mean, there was no power behind that ball, but brilliant save from the goalkeeper, Azumi. But what a finish again on the rebound from Sandra Na.
And Azumi Adams, will she be able to continue the game? Looks like all the bandages around her knees coming off.
And I'm quite worried for Gladys Amphobia. Splendid performance, but nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Not on the score sheet yet. Is it hard luck?
Well, I think it's all about teamwork, team play. She's played her part, created the chances, and I think she's got 3 assists, if I'm not mistaken, in this game. So obviously, it's good enough for Gladys Amphobia. She's not meant to score every day, but today is not a day for scoring. It's a day of assisting, and she has done very well. The face on the look on the face of Nida tells it all. Cynthia tells it all. This young lady, Helena, tells it all. Prisons have huffed and puffed, but it's come to nothing.
They've been beaten by a better team, well-prepared team, a team with a lot of quality. I mean, and they have taken their moments, they've taken the chances. And in such competition, look at the face of
this
Apana.
girl has worked so hard, Apana. It's sad to know that you are on the losing side.
And Prince, in competitions like this, you need to defend well and take your chances.
Yeah. Can Sandra keep it in play? No, it went out. So ironically, this is what it looks like. Our 3rd and 4th match will be between Ampimdakuan ladies and Prisons ladies. These 2 teams almost always have a go at each other in the northern sector of women football. So we saw one strong match in the semi-final where Hazakers beat them convincingly. Now they have another opportunity to have a battle against a team that seem to be tormenting each other when they play in the northern zone. This time the cross from Sandra goes straight to Azumi.
So 2 top teams from the northern region or the northern sector will be playing in the semi-final. And then
in the 3rd and 4th.
In the 3rd, 3rd and 4th. But does that mean the southern sector probably has a much tougher league than the northern region?
Well, the interest, without a doubt, lies in the southern sector, as Gladys Amphobia wastes that opportunity. The interest has almost always been in the southern sector. Southern sector has seen a lot of growth when it comes to association football, women standard. And if you take a look at the history of women football, there aren't a lot of teams from the north that have done pretty much when it comes to the Premier League. Now the concentration was on the lower section of this country, where we had the likes of Mawena ladies, we had the likes of Gatel, we had the likes of Postcom. So obviously the interest in the southern zone is a lot more. But it's good to know that the northern sector seems to also be playing catch up in terms of the development of the sport. And I won't say clearly that the northern sector is somehow less tougher than the southern sector. The northern sector also has a lot of tough teams there. But obviously, because the interest has almost always been in the southern sector, we almost always find the interest right here, especially in the nation's capital. So Catherine sets up a pass. He goes to the far side. This is Gifty Boache. And Amphobia is offside. So 7 minutes and counting. Lady Strikers comfortable lead by 4 goals to 0. They have 2 feet in the final. I really don't see Prison's ladies coming back in this game. But again, it's painful that some of them are on the losing side because they have also played quite well. Talking about some of the players of Prison's ladies. Pass thread through nicely. Amphobia once again.
She's frustrated now, Amphobia. She knows she must be on the score sheet. Now she's not reading between the lines. She's not looking at the crosses in a haste to score, always in an offside position. But of course, this game was done and dusted in the first half, where Lady Strikers really torn apart the defense of Prisons into shreds.
Throw into Prison's ladies. Apana with a throw. They would have another go at the throw. Apana sets up one now. It's good enough for Helena as she sets up the pass. Well read by the defense. Picked up by Martha Emisa, but then she gives the ball away. Cynthia Adobia now. Rita Ochre. This looks good. Tutuwa, and she gets it across. That's a strong tackle coming in there on the near side from Rita Odro. Martha Emisa has played her part. Her name is on the score sheet. She hands over to Comfort Siao.
It is the first game for Siao in the competition.
And an opportunity coming there. Putting pressure on their opponents. Apana comes forward. So far it's been very good for Lady Strikers. They stood resolute in defense. And it's pushed forward now. Amphobia flag is already up.
And you're talking about the defending from Lady Strikers. It has been really good. In a mix like this, you throw your body at everything. You try and stop every shot on goal. And that's good enough to see. That's why they've been excellent. They are keeping a clean sheet in this game, Lady Strikers.
Azume Adams, the goalkeeper, has been taken off, and Winifred Naboni will do the rest of the job. Meanwhile, Prisons are also looking forward to bring on Doreen Prepra. And there's Janet Apana, who's also gone off. Jude, I clearly get the feeling that Prisons ladies have given up.
Yeah, you look at the body language. Clearly shows they've given up.
Yeah. Free kick straight to the waiting arms of goalkeeper again. She fumbled with that. It was a harmless kick from Abigail Tutua.
No power whatsoever. And Beatrice Ikitia struggling to have a firm grab on the ball.
So ball ballooned in there. The semi-finals have produced some 7 goals between the 2 semi-finals. Rita finds Catherine. Catherine sends the cross, dealt with by Prisons, and now can they move from defense into attack. Ruth Enima sets up the pass, clearly dealt with there by Deborah. She doesn't want any problems at all. Corner kick advantage to Prisons. Ball floated all the way back. And Lady Strikers will come forward slowly. They set up the pass. Unfortunately, ball has been taken away by Prisons. Enima now. Enima to the near side. This looks good for the ladies from the service. Rita Ochre sends it all the way back to Nina Mensah. And Nina Mensah will get a free kick. Atinga pushes one into the 18-yard box. This looks good for Prisons. And Helena being blasted wide.
She has been the better player, about the best player from Prisons all afternoon. She did everything right. The control was excellent. The calmness, but the finish. It was a long ball. Look at the control. took her time, had all the time to put this ball at the back of the net. Should have been the consolation goal Prisons were looking for. On her unfavored left foot. But should be getting that ball on target. The goalkeeper nowhere near that ball. Look at the control. Beautifully done. But the finish very poor.
Gradually walking you through 90 minutes of the second semi-final encounter. Issues now for Gladys and Phobia again. Cynthia Dobia got in the way and eventually is cleared out by Doreen Pepra. Edematovo trying to sneak her way through, but no, that won't happen. Prisons on the threshold of another attack. Good turn. Now she needs the support. Where is the support? Rita Ochre comes in to help. A shade late if you ask. Ogbona was there. Rita can't connect very well. And I guess this sums up all the hard work put in by Prisons ladies. All came to nothing.
Yeah, sincerely, all came to nothing. But again, we cannot discredit them. They have put up a huge performance in this particular tournament. They just came in to enjoy themselves. This competition as a pre-season, and here they are in the semi-finals, and they are losing by 4-0. But to them, I think that they've done well because better teams have left. Soccer Intellectuals, Kumasi Sports Academy have all came and they are out.
Well, she set up the pass, but Rita just couldn't get it the way she had wanted, and the connection was a very poor one. Corner kick affected, no problems at all. And Lady Strikers on the threshold of an attack. Cleared out. Three minutes of time added on after we've exhausted the 90 minutes. Ball is booted out. Pressure on the defense of Lady Strikers, and Edith Ogbona came in and crushed into Helena, and Ogbona, if I'm not mistaken, is already on a card.
He's sincerely on a yellow card already.
And that was the clearance there, Debbie headed, and there you see Ogbona clashing into Helena, all in an attempt to defend, but she went straight for Helena and not for the ball.
I think it would have been lovely if Helena Obin is able to put one of the balls at the back of the net to sum up all her hard work on the day. But unfortunately, she has not gotten the yawning net talk yet.
Well, Edith is a very lucky lady. She only received a stern warning from the referee, and the game will continue. Now, if she had received the second yellow card, which would qualify as a red, we wouldn't have seen her in the final.
And that would have been a big blow. And that would have been a very big blow to Lady Strikers. And of course, she has been a rock of Gibraltar at the back for Lady Strikers. And her absence definitely will give chance to the likes of Veronica Apia, the likes of Catherine Actor to be able to deal with Lady Strikers. But unfortunately for her, she has been kept in the game.
It's not been a very good day for Prisons ladies. Certainly not the kind of results they had wanted. Game will continue in earnest now. We've done 2 minutes of the 3. Talking about time added on. 2-2 now. Helena to the far side. Can Joycelyn get to it a bit too strong? Corner kick advantage, Prisons ladies. They would want to be quick about this. Enima gets the ball back to Joycelyn. Connection from Doreen Pepra, and that obviously will not do any wonders for Prisons ladies. So we're virtually done the 3 minutes of time added on. And referee Mansa Home, all eyes will be on her now. Lady Strikers, 2 steps in the final. Lovely skill from Helena. This lady has played so well for Prisons ladies. It's sad she's on the losing side.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. She has been a very fantastic player, wonderful player. She takes on a lot of players.
Referee's whistle goes, and that's it. Mansa Home believes that we've had enough. And this clearly means that Lady Strikers will be taking on Hazakes Ladies in the very final of this maiden novelty competition. Out of nothing, Prisons Ladies managed to get themselves to the semi-final stage. They would have to settle for the third and fourth playoff against their old foe and nemesis, Ampim Dakwa Ladies.
Yes, sincerely, that is a game that will be a cracker in the bag that every fan will love to have a glimpse of. Hazakes Ladies against Lady Strikers, of course. In fact, distance between the two teams is just very close. Cape Coast to Takrady is very nearby, and I think that it's about pride heading into that game for both teams, and they will not come into that game to lose anything at all. If not for anything, the trophy that is at stake, which is even maiden, will edge them on.
Okay, so it's the maiden trophy, it's the novelty trophy. Let's walk you through the high points of this game. Cross came in from Atovo, and it was dealt with nicely by Emisa, getting the first goal for Lady Strikers. This was early in the very first half. A careful cross there from Edem Atovo. Goalkeeper Azume spilt it, but it was thankfully connected by Emisa. And so that was the first goal for Lady Strikers. Second goal from the spot kick, effected nicely by Catherine, getting the second goal, and Edem Atovo came forward once again for Lady Strikers. The opportunities came the way of Gladys and Phobia at that time, and on that occasion, she just missed the upright. But a careful build-up, and realizing that there was space behind her, made a quick turn, and then saw players in open spaces. Gifty was one of them. Connected to that, Azume had no idea what was happening. That was goal number 3 for a Lady Strikers, and again, all to the credit of Gladys and Phobia, who did so very well to hold on at this stage, and you could see that she was being tackled there by Kubra Abubakari. She just couldn't hold on, and that was a finish from Gifty Abuachi. But they still kept probing and pressing. Gladys and Phobia tried, first time of asking, and it was Azume's foot that prevented her from scoring, but the connection was precise as the rebound came their way again, and this was connected this time by Sandra Na. 4 goals to the good. So this is how it looks like. Lady Strikers had a better part of Prisons Ladies, beating them in the second semi-final by 4 goals, and Pim Dakwa lost to Hazakes Ladies by 3 goals. And so in the match for third place on Sunday at 3 p.m., Ampim Dakwa Ladies will take on Prisons Ladies. That's an all-Northern Zone affair. Then in the final at 6 p.m., Hazakes Ladies will face the might of a Lady Strikers. Let's now go over to Prof. Jude Achampong and take a look at what the coaches have to tell us.
Madina AstroTurf, it has ended in a humiliation for one team here. It's Lady Strikers with a 4-0 thumping of Prisons Ladies. Here with me is the head coach of Prisons Ladies. Here with me, Mr. Okuoku, Richard Okuoku here. Thanks for joining us. In the first half, you got it wrong in terms of defending, and you considered 3 goals. What happened in the first half?
Yeah, you know, it's football. What I teach my defenders, I mean, there was some little mistakes, and it's in football, and it happened like that. So we will take it in good faith.
Yeah, I'm sure you are picking up the pieces and you are getting yourself ready for the commencement of the season. But you still have the 3rd and 4th place match. Are you really interested in that game?
Yes, I'm very, very interested because we came in to take the trophy. But as at now, we know we didn't perform. So we are going back to the drawing board and then do our homework well and come into the 3rd position game. We have to take it. Because if we doesn't take it, I mean, that we came in for nothing. So we are going to prepare and come back the next match.
Well, better luck next time, Coach Richard Okuoku.
Thank you very much.
Sharing his views about the game. So it will now be the turn of the assistant coach, Dauda, here with me. Coach, thanks for joining us. You have won the game excellently well. In the first half, you scored 3 goals. But was that the game plan to finish the game in the first half?
Yeah, actually, we played 3 matches. We went on the drawing board. Mostly, we create our chances on the first half. So we did our work, and then I think it paid on today's game. So our plan was to finish the game on the first half, and then I think it went well.
And looking at the performance you exhibited here, going into the final, you are playing against the team of the moment, Hazakes Ladies. What should we expect?
I think it's going to be like the first match, so it's a win again. Because we've been in the same zone. For those that follow the southern zone, Hazakes, we've been beating them long time. I think it just came last year, it's happened. So it's part of the game, but this time around, I think we're taking it back. Yeah.
Coach, congratulations and many thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.
So the assistant coach of Ladystrikers, Coach Dauda, having a word with us here after the game. They have won comfortably here this afternoon. It's time to have the most valuable player, Catherine Atta. Catherine, yeah, that's so but we a game in the first half. More as players. Sana na womu team, sana na coach akachep sa we a game in the first half.
Pacho the kanu me da se da ba yankopon because sana e coach Catherine and now you determine so the match e ba wo no ye mfa ni diagon because ne ni bi say match no say you win because all of our matches no na yefa other opponent say omo ye easy man no they are fine any so any 2 matches no e am pese be na happy game no na you determine their coach Catherine no na ye ba ye no e wo fair.
And with that determination, more final and money Hazakes Ladies enable. Me person make say they expect, but catch it. They na more as players. We do cause our final game.
Okay, yeah, the better performance. Na yeah, the call sa game because you determine able. Yeah, you can yeah. He name able match panty. You able say yeah call na yeah kwa kaje camp.
And before I become over to be a Kabibi Kakracha supporters as to final game no more the cap there ba.
All the cano to send the American mother radias open pencil because on your man on your team now or your young upon name body ball until Macacha Cape Coast supporters in our say Omushin and Yamaya Admire the cap number about Cape Coast and I had to Hane chairman Dr. Benjamin Taylor, Yashana Bosse, because Yaban Yashana Bosse, by a cap now Beno Cape Coast until Yabre, Barney, the cap now at Cape Coast to support us now, Bian Shane, your day, cap never.
All right, Catherine, yeah, that's it. So that's the most valuable player this afternoon, Catherine Atta. Scored a goal this afternoon, and what a game it has been. We started on in the morning, and it was Hazakes Ladies with that wonderful performance, winning by 3-0. In the second game, we've seen Ladystrikers with a thumping scoreline. Brilliant performance from Ladystrikers, also beating Prisons by 4-0. The stage is now set for the grand finale on Sunday. And we'll be bringing you all the exclusive skill, excitement right here from the Medina AstroTurf. It's Hazakes Ladies versus Ladystrikers right here at 6 p.m. But don't forget, at 4 p.m. we'll be bringing you the 3rd and 4th place game before the grand finale. From everybody here at the Medina AstroTurf, the sound man, the cameraman, everybody here, we say thanks for being with us. We will meet you on Sunday. And don't forget, this was the road to the final. And we'll be bringing you everything live on MaxTV. From everybody here, we say thanks and good evening.
Kashegwe kura alo shegwe midin ede wano Siame wo Mass FM 89.7 ya de dia